Hello, what is up? Another tier list, all the community characters, or most of them, all the ones that you care about, really. And before I get started, though, because we have a lot of characters, tell me what tier list you want me to do next. All of the Avatar characters, or all of the Disney villains? Cool, that's it. Let me know. Let's get into it. Next up, we have Abed. And for me, it kind of stinks that we're doing this in alphabetical order, because Abed is one of, if not the best character on the show. Honestly, put him up in S. Next, we got Andre. And Andre, yeah, like, he's kind of awful in the beginning of the show to Shirley when we don't really see him. But he has kind of a redemption later on. Put him in D. After that, we got Annie. Annie, personally, my favorite girl in the show of the whole group. I really like her. She's kind of like the grounded part, but she's also not perfect. She messes up. Put her in A. Then we got Annie's boobs, the monkey. He's got a great Twitter account. But yeah, put him in E. Then we got Britta Perry. You know, she starts off as like the main character, the main love interest for Jeff, but she evolves to this character that I personally like, not quite as much as Annie, but put her in B. Then we got Buzz Hickey. Shout out to Mike Ehrmantraut on the last or two tier list ago. This man's popping off. But I like Buzz. He's not like a great substitute for Pierce, but he gets the job done. Put him in C. Next, we got Carl and Richie. And yes, I know what you're thinking. These guys' names are Carl and Richie. Yeah, I know. They're not really that important. They show up every once in a while. They're kind of just dicks. That's kind of their thing. We'll put them in, I don't know, E. Then we got Ben Chang. He's a villain of sorts. He joins the group later on. And he does have growth. I do like that. Like in that second to last episode when they go to Garrett's wedding, he has some growth. And I really like that. Put him in B. Then we got Cornelius Hawthorne. And this guy sucks. Just straight put him in F. Then we got Dean Pelton. Again, great character. Put him up in A. I love him. He's just all around really good. Then we got Dean Spreck. Yeah, I know. What the heck? I'm sorry, that was dumb. But I bet you didn't really care about this person. I don't care about him either. Put him in F. Then we got Elroy, Keith David. I personally really like Elroy. He's one of my favorite parts in the last season. I think maybe I'm biased because I really like Keith David, but let's put him in, I don't want to put him in B or C. Let's put him in, C. Then we got Frankie, not quite as good as Elroy later on, in my opinion, in the tail end of the show, but she's cool. Put her in, audible on the play. Put Elroy in B and put Frankie in C. Yeah, I like that. Then we got Garrett, one of the side characters, kind of in the background, just screaming all the time. Put him in D. Then we got Duncan. I don't like Duncan. Put him in D also. Then we got Jeff Winger, the main character of the show. He starts off as kind of a dick, but he also has some growth, and I really like that. Put him in A. Then we got Jerry the janitor, and he's kind of, again, another background character, but he's funny when he's there. Put him in D. Then we got Professor Bauer, Betty White, Mr. White, no, Mrs. White, yeah. Well, Professor Bauer, she's cool for that little small time she's in the show. Not quite as good as Chang, who was the last teacher, but she's cool. I look back and I watch those episodes and they're pretty good, so we'll put her in, let's put her honestly in D. Then we got Leonard, my favorite of all of their classmates. I'm gonna put Leonard in C. Then we got Magnitude, not quite as good as Leonard, but I don't think he's as bad as like Garrett and Duncan and all them personally. I'll put him in C also. Then we got Neil, famous for the Dungeons and Dragons episode. Neil's cool. Put him in C. Then we got Nunez, right? Who is this guy? He's this guy. He's fine, I guess. Is he really in the show that much? Not really. Put him in D. Then we got Pierce, you a B. I like Pierce a lot. I know there was like drama with like Chevy Chase and stuff like that behind the scenes of the show, but Pierce is really cool. Without Pierce, there's like no conflict. Like, think of all the episodes with Pierce. Yeah, it's like just him being awful and stuff like that, but I really like Pierce for that. He gives a lot to the show, and sometimes I don't think he gets the credit for that. Put Pierce in B. Then we got Rachel, Brie Larson. Again, she's fine. She's not in it that much. She's cool though. Put her in E. Then we got Rich, the rival of Jeff. I really like Rich. I like him because it would make sense for there to be some like weird part about this perfect guy. He really is that perfect, and I think that's really funny. Put him in C. Then we got Officer Kakowski. I think that's how you say his name. Again, pretty funny character when we see him, not that much. Put him in D. Then we got Shirley. Shirley's really cool. I like Shirley. Put her in B. Then we got Starburns. Really funny in my opinion. I love how he like fakes his like death and stuff like that. Really funny also. Put him in C. Then we got Subway. Moving on. I gotta go bang, 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 bang. Moving fast. Subway. Again, he's in like what, 2 episodes, something like that. I don't know. Put him in D. Then we got Todd. Again, Todd's really funny when he's here. Not really. I remember him like, doesn't he have a turtle or something like that? He's got to go feed. I don't know. Put Todd in D or C. Honestly, either one. I'll just put him in C for the sake of it. Then we got Troy. Troy Buttsuit Barnes. Personally, Troy is my favorite character. Actually, I don't know. It's kind of close to Abed. I acknowledge that Abed might be a little bit better, especially when Troy leaves the show. But I really like Troy. We'll put him up in A with Jeff Winger. Then we got Vaughn. Vaughn sucks. Put him in E. Then we got the Vice Dean, John Goodman, D. And then to close out the list, kind of anticlimactic. Arguably the most like anticlimactic way to end this list. And that's with Vicky. Whatever, put her in E. Alright, that concludes today's list. Tell me who you want next. Avatar people or Disney villains. That's cool. Tier list over. Done.